value means it's only good for the duration of the show while quantities last. So it either sells out or the end of the show happens, whichever happens first. And that's when this will be over. Now, this will have acorn, apple, pumpkin, circle, semicircle, and rectangular shapes. So we're going to bring you all the different shapes here. And we're going to bring you, here is the mold itself. So you can see whether you're making spring rolls, you're making hand pies, whatever. This works out really nicely. So we have the acorn, the apple, the pumpkin, the circle, the semicircle, and the rectangle shapes. Here's the acorn. Here's the apple. Here's the semicircle. Then we have the circle. And then we have the pumpkin. And here's the rectangle. Now, we also have colors for you. This is the red. We have it in the blue. Starting to get limited in the blue. We have about 150 left in the blue. And all these are top rack dishwasher safe. So they're easy for you to clean. And you can use a refrigerator pie dough in these. If you're making, say, hand pies and you want to air fry them instead of fry them in a skillet, shallow fry them, you can do that. And we have the orange available for you. There's the orange. There's the orange. Perfect. Now, you obviously get 6. We didn't have room to put all 6 of them out in every color, but it's important to know you will get these 6 depending on the color that you choose. Now, this is a one-time only value price, only available at this price until the end of the show or until the item sells out, whichever comes first. Now, if a color sells out, and we may sell out of that blue, it will be over, because there's no quantity, there's no reorder, and these are final quantities. So it's important for you to grab what you need while you can, and grab it now because the price is phenomenal. $16.99 is your one-time only value price. Now, ordinarily, this is $24. So you don't want to wait until after the show is over to shop this item, because that's when the higher price kicks in. That's why you want to get it now at the lower price and utilize these and put them in the top rack of your dishwasher for quick and easy cleanup. This is very fast and very easy. And if you're using refrigerator pie dough, then you can do really creative hand pies, because remember, these have hinges. So they open up very nicely and they're already crimped. So when you close this and you put your pie filling, maybe pie filling in the hand pie in the dough, and you close this, it crimps. You can also cut it off around the outside of the pie mold, and you're going to get all of the different shapes. Here's the rectangle, here's the pumpkin, here's the circle, here's the semicircle, here's the apple, and the acorn. Now we'll do that again overhead. Here is your rectangle, pumpkin, circle, semicircle, apple, and acorn. That works out really nicely. And you also get these extra little indentations if you want to use the outside of the pie mold, and that works really nicely too. One side is smooth and the other side has little raised indentations that will remind you of this. And a lot of you are choosing the blue, and this will cut very nicely. If you want to cut out something that is just plain, use the plain side. If you want to use something with the design, you can use the design, and you can also use it inside the pie mold if you want to fill it, and it works out beautifully. So don't miss out on this opportunity. And if you're making your own toaster pastries, you may want to use refrigerated pie dough and use this inside. There it is. And then you fill it with a canned pie filling. Less is more. Remember, you don't want it leaching out. And if you wanted to make a chicken pot pie hand pie, you could do that as well, do savory. Now, use a little egg wash or water to act as glue, then put the top on it, and then close the pie mold to crimp it. Now, these can be frozen. They can also be air fried. They can be pan shallow fried, however you choose to do it. I would imagine most people will put these in an oven or an air fryer, and then that way you get a really even distribution of heat. And then outside of the oven or the air fryers, when you add a little glaze or icing to this, and then you're off to the races with something very special. Whether it is sweet, whether it's savory, you could do a beef hand pie, a beef pot pie hand pie. You could do a chicken pot pie hand pie. You could do anything sweet, and we have color choices for you. Now we have the red, we have the blue, very limited, and we have the orange. So if you want to use refrigerated pie discs, that's fine. That works out really nicely. If you make your own pie crust, that's fine too. God bless. If you are making your own and you're making fresh, then that's great. Please know that all this comes together for you very quickly and easily at a one-time only value price of only $16.99. But that price and the deal will go away at the end of the show, or when this sells out, whichever happens first. So it's important for you to grab these. Now, we have these in the red, we have the orange, but if you want the blue is most limited. Yes, JP? Yes. And most popular. So if you're after the blue, I would encourage you maybe to get that blue now. Here are 3 of the 6 that you get. Now, what are the 6 that you're getting? You're getting the rectangle here, the pumpkin, the circle, the semicircle, the apple, and the acorn. Now, you get smooth side on one side, so you can cut out a smooth finish, and you can also do the indentations for little cutouts within the dough that will give you the shape that you're after. So all this works out really nicely. One-time only value price at $16.99, and only available at this price until the end of our show or until the item sells out in individual colors or all together, whichever happens first. This is K97717, and it's from Country Living Magazine. All right, it's time now.